Hey guys, so a couple of weeks ago I posted a video titled Point Play with my 4.0 student, and I thought this video was fantastic because it dealt with some very common problems players of that level encounter during point play. Unfortunately, people didn't seem to take some of the advice that I was giving, but instead they seem to be obsessed with my student Dave's 4.0 rating. And that's exactly what we're going to discuss in today's video. So Dave, man, we got hammered in the comment section. You want me to read you some?
Okay.
Suppose they're saying you're not a 4.0.
Hey, every dog has his day. I have good and bad days.
All right, so I'm going to read you a few. Your student is not a 4.0, maybe a 3.5. See, this is not that bad of a comment. You've been playing 4.0 for 5 years, right?
Yeah. Ever since you moved me.
And then you win.
Ever since you moved me up with your tutelage. Yeah.
And didn't you tell me you beat a 4.0 tournament winner?
A young kid, 26-year-old. He played a sanctioned USTA sanctioned tournament in Coral Springs. He came out #1 in a 4.0 USTA tournament. And it wasn't on record because it wasn't a tournament, but I beat him in games privately.
But not only that, but you also played Alec, who I put in a video of mine. I'm going to put the link in the description,
great player. Fantastic.
And people can check out how he plays. Yeah. He's like a 5.0, maybe he was injured, now he's maybe a 4.5.
Yeah.
And you guys can check out how Alec plays. He's a really good player. And what was your score with Alec?
Oh, that was such a long time. I don't even remember if you did. Was it?
I do. You beat him 6-2.
Was it 6-2? I thought it was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, let me read you a few more.
My problem is I'm erratic. I have great days and not so great days.
Of course, everybody does.
I'll be there all the way.
All right, Dave, listen to this. Dave also has a big lack of respect, rarely listens, and that constant leaning on the net causes damage to the net, Dave.
That day you did the video.
It was hot.
You're such a high, well, it was hot. I hadn't slept all night. You moved me like 4.0 and 5.0 players don't move me, and I was exhausted.
Now listen to this one. Obviously, you're a terrible coach. This guy should start from 0 and focus on technique. Pointless video. Okay, this guy says you're between a 3.0 and a 3.5. But to say that you're like 3.0 or 2.5 is absolutely ridiculous.
Well, that's just
do people realize?
At my worst, I'm at a 2.5.
Do people don't realize what that level is?
I've had days where I solidly beat 4 or 5 players, but because I'm not consistent, I'm not going to call myself a 4 or 5.
Right.
But I have days where there's 4 or 5 players, I take them out.
Of course.
The day I do it all the time, I'll be a 4 or 5 player. But to say I'm a 2.5, 3.0, I mean, it's not egotistical. It's just absurd. I mean.
Okay, now I'm getting hit again. This guy's a terrible coach. Lol. He's very discouraging, which won't help his student at all, and he's basically taught no technique, which is more important before tennis strategy. He's not even listening to the coach because he's so discouraging. Ha ha. That's pretty bad.
Honestly, I've had coaches over the years. You're the best coach I've ever had.
Thank you, Dave.
You're unbelievable.
Thank you, Dave. It's okay. All right, so let me respond to a few things. First of all, the title of the video was Points and Strategy.
Right.
We do technical sessions all the time. We play maybe points for 5 minutes at the end.
Yeah.
But what I wanted with this video is to show people some of the mistakes that are made in point play.
Right.
And then how to have better shot selection, better footwork, better ball recognition, and better decision making overall. But when it comes to technique, I have other technical videos that you guys can check out.
Right.
But this was obvious in the title. It said point play. And this is exactly what it was. And furthermore, when you play points, you know this, you really can't work on technique anyway. You have to rely on your muscle memory. Whatever is built up in your muscle memory, that's what you're basically relying on. And you try to get that muscle memory in your training sessions, during your drills. Right. So basically what we do is we work on the technique, and then when we play points, it is what it is, you know, upside down point. And I try to help you with some of the strategic aspects of point play. Yeah. But also, on that particular day, it was hot, #1, and I purposely chose points that you lost so that I can point out some of these mistakes you made. Right. I could have easily put in like half of the video being your winners and half of the video being your mistakes, but I didn't do that because I wanted people to be able to identify some of the mistakes you made, and maybe they can take some of the tips that I gave you and apply it to their own game. But one more thing that people don't realize is what a 4.0 player actually looks like on video. So you always look worse on video than in real life.
I mean, honestly, that day, I hadn't slept all night, and we committed to the video anyway. It was probably my 30% level. I was below even my own average. That's true, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see today if I do better.
But even if let's say you played your absolute best, it's still, when you see yourself play, it's going to look a lot worse than you imagine it looks like. Yeah. And also, the way you play, your qualities are not necessarily that you have the best technique in the world, and we're working really hard on fixing your strokes. Right. But you are a gamer, and you like to fight, and you run balls down. Yeah. And also, people a lot of times when you give them no pace, they actually struggle with that. And let's address the fact that people were saying that, you know, you're going to have a heart attack, you're leaning on a net and the net is breaking. You're trying to get in shape, a little better shape.
Yeah, yeah.
But in my experience, skill at this level outmatches shape.
You know,
it does.
I've never done that in a match. I played a guy singles the other day, 3 hours,
Right.
of energy. But you're that, I mean, I don't know what you're like, a 6-0 or something. You move me more than the 5-0 players.
And we played for an hour.
Get me exhausted.
Right.
It was really hot, and I hadn't slept well the night before. So, I mean, honestly, credit to Nick.
Right.
I've never done that in my life.
Of course.
And yet the one time I do, I'm on video.
I don't make any mistakes. You know, I'm moving you side to side, and then I give you
a drop shot from the baseline out the side.
Then I give you one to put away. You're exhausted. You're breathing hard.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I've never had that happen in a tournament.
But when you play a match, your skill.
Yeah.
The guy will make a mistake much earlier than that. You actually don't get that exhausted when you play.
No,
you can outlast most guys.
Yeah, I generally do. I mean, 20-year-olds, they go, they're tired.
Because again, at this level, your physical fitness is not as important as your skill set. We're going to record a video a year from now, and you're going to be even fitter.
Okay.
Okay? All right, Dave, are you ready to prove that you're 4.0?
I would love to.
All right, let's do it.
Good day.
Let's do it.